That's right. The moment you've been waiting for is here. The Quest 3S has finally landed and we have it right here to take a look at. Welcome back to the construct. But honestly, what can we really talk about after all of the leaks and all of the coverage thus far? Maybe we should take a look at this from a consumer's perspective if you're considering buying one of these. We know that the lenses are the old school Fresnel lenses and the displays are lower resolution. But what does that actually mean if you're looking to pick up a headset for $299? So what's so bad about these Fresnel lenses, right? Honestly, not that much. Before the Quest 3's beautiful pancake lenses, we all thought that the Fresnel lenses looked pretty good. We just put up with what we had. I actually played through the entirety of Half-Life Alyx with Fresnel lenses on the Quest 2 via PCVR. The main issue that new users of the Quest 3S who have not seen Fresnel lenses before is the sweet spot issue. The clarity of the lens is right dead center in the middle. And that is actually a problem because it leaves very little room for error. What will happen when you put this on for the first time is that your eyes will land somewhere in the middle of these two lenses. And depending on the size of your head and the shape of your eyes and the position of your eyes, that sweet spot right in the middle of the lenses might not line up with your pupils directly. And that's another drawback of having the 3-stage IPD adjustment on the Quest 3S, because you can't really do much about the placement of the lenses. You're pretty much stuck with those 3 settings. On top of that, the strap is not very comfortable and it doesn't actually give you a lot of room for adjustment. You can move these arms up and down a little bit, but it's not really giving you a lot of play for positioning the lenses directly over your pupils like you want them. As a matter of fact, I had friends who picked up the Quest 2 a long time ago, and the first complaint they had was that it was a little too blurry. And usually that was because the Quest was sitting just a little too high or a little too low, so their eyes really weren't in the center of those Fresnel lenses. And there's a good chance that you'll put on the Quest 3S and feel the exact same way and think, this just looks way too bad to enjoy. So it's like reason number 999 to get rid of this stock head strap that it comes with and invest in a halo strap. I recommend a halo strap because halo straps actually will give you a little bit more as far as options on how to place the headset in front of your eyes. We'll talk about that in the upcoming video. But if you're wanting to experience VR and budget has been something that's kept you from it, what do you get for the $299 for the Quest 3S? I can't really think of too many things you don't get with this outside of the comfort and the vision issues of the lower quality externals. Everything that you've seen on this channel, if this is your first time, welcome, subscribe. But everything you've seen on this channel so far can be done with the Quest 3S. Yes, it may look a little bit blurry or it may look a little bit less sharp as the 3, but if you've never used the 3, I doubt you'll be able to tell the difference. So let me just show you firsthand some of the things that you can actually do with the Quest 3S. Take Fluid, for example. It's a browser-based app that really expands the spatial computing capabilities of your Quest 3S. It allows you to run up to 11 screens at once, which is nuts. And then there's Spatial TV, which gives you that cool lighting effect that bounces around your room when you're watching content. And if you're more of a hardcore gamer coming from flat screen over to VR and you're looking for that high fidelity, high graphic experience, you can connect your 3S to a PC and leverage all of the power you have there. And there you can experience games like Lone Echo and get that blockbuster emotional experience. And of course, you can enjoy games like Half-Life Alyx with all of the graphical fidelity and high-paced action you would expect from a AAA title right there on your Quest. Or even native apps like Virtual Desktop that allow you to connect to a PC to watch content or play games. The list just goes on and on. Owning a PC actually 10x's the value of owning a Quest 3S. Having access to the Quest library as well as the Steam library of games just completely opens up new possibilities for this hardware. The crazy thing is, when you look at these recordings of experiences inside the 3S, they don't look that much different from anything I could record in the 3, which is a really good thing. So it comes down to the resolution. If you can get over the lenses and find the sweet spot, get the clarity right into the middle of your pupil, then the resolution is something to consider. Now, does it look that much different than the Quest 3S? And the short answer is yes. It looks different in the way that a 1080p TV looks different from a 4K TV. It's like before you saw the 4K TV, you pretty much thought the 1080 TV looked okay. But I can't say the difference is marginal. After playing the 3S for a long time, I kind of forgot how fuzzy it was until I went back to the 3 and I was reminded how much sharper the 3 is. All of this may sound extremely confusing because you're like, Jason, all right, well, you're saying this doesn't look so bad and it's not that much different from this one. Well, let's break that down for a second. We can't truly talk about whether or not you should get a Quest 3S or a Quest 3 unless we talk about the price and the storage options. Something you should remember is that the Quest 3S for $299 only has 128 gigabytes of storage, and around 24 gigabytes of that is used up by the operating system. So that only leaves about 100 gigabytes of actual usable space. Now, with all of the AAA-like games that are launching on Quest these days, you're looking at games like Asgard's Wrath or Behemoth or even Batman, which comes free with the purchase of a 3S, all taking up about 30 gigs of space. Now, with only 100 gigs to play with, that means you can only carry about 3 of these top-tier games on your headset at once. Side note, I feel like the Quest should probably adopt some type of expandable storage, or even, I wouldn't even mind cartridges like the Switch has. I mean, after all, this is a mobile device, but that is a discussion we can have at a different time. So there is a 256 gigabyte version of the 3S. That's actually the one we have right here today. And that one will give you a little bit more space, but it will cost you an extra $100. So now we're at $399. Now we're only $100 away from the price of a full-blown Quest 3 at $499. So this makes the decision quite a bit more difficult because just for $100 more, you get 512 gigabytes of storage, more than enough space to have some AAA games, small games, and apps all on your headset at once. You get those new pancake lenses with no dead zone, no fuzziness around the edges, just crisp, clear display, the higher resolution displays, the depth sensors, the continuous IPD adjustments. You've really made a giant leap just for $200 more. So it really does come down to what you're after. Are you looking for the best experience that Quest can offer? You should really go with the Quest 3. But if you are looking for a budget headset, it's amazing that Meta has placed the 3S into the market just to make sure there's something out here for people who may not necessarily want to dive headfirst into everything, but want to experience what VR has to offer. And full disclosure, my Quest 3 is actually a 128 gigabyte Quest 3, which is now obsolete. I'll have to look into maybe taking advantage of the lowered price of the top storage Quest 3 myself. But let me be clear, you can survive with a low storage Quest. A lot of the large scale games that I play, most of them have cross-buy and you're able to play those off of your PC. It does remove the ability of being able to take some of these top tier games on the go with you, but that is rarely a need for me. At the end of the day, there is no excuse not to get into VR and experience it for yourself with a device like the 3S on the market at $299. I hope this video helps you make some decisions. And if you are going to join us here in the Construct and get a taste of VR for the first time, there's some links in the description that'll give you $30 Quest Cash so you can start to enjoy some of these amazing titles immediately. If this is your first time here, we talk about all things VR and mixed reality. So get subscribed and we'll see you here next time in the Construct.